Okay, so what I've got set up here today is a demonstration of the behavior of a stepper motor, because that current fed. So what I've got over here is my power supply, which I've set up for 300 milliamps, and I've set it for a maximum of 10 volts. And what you can see is as you speed it up, the voltage comes up, and in fact the current starts to go down. Right, when the motor is stationary, we're back to 300 milliamps. Now what we're driving it with is an L298, which is a quick and dirty way of driving a stepper motor. But because that cannot control current, you need to feed the L298 with a constant current source. So as you can see, getting up to about 400 RPM over here requires 10 volts on the stepper. So you can't go very fast on a stepper before you start running out of voltage on your power supply. So what I'm controlling it with is an Uno over here, and we've got our 4 signals going to the L298. So the L298 requires a 5 volt connection, the motor power supply connection, and then a common 0 volts, and then you got your 2 phases out on either side over there. That's pretty much what's going on here. The code that I'm running on the Uno is in a pinned comment. I'm just using the stepper.h library, where we're setting up the distance, the maximum speed, and the acceleration time. So we're doing a trapezoidal move over here, as you can see. It's a very simple little piece of code that we're playing with to just test this here. And then there's a 1 second delay between running it forwards and backwards. We're just doing a forwards and backwards movement over here. Now this little motor is I measured 1.8 ohms on the windings. I'd have to look up the current rate. It's not warming up yet, but the L298 being a bipolar junction transistor type device, that's already warming up, and to go to higher current you need more cooling than that. So basically at about half an amp you run out of cooling on this little board. If you're ever wanting to do this, you're not going to get any more than half an amp out of it with that heatsink. But for our little demonstration over here, that's working quite nicely. And you can certainly see very nicely how the voltage comes up as the motor speeds up, and we actually start to run out of current. Now if I were to increase the voltage further, you notice that it stays, but the voltage has come up to 13 volts. So at this speed we need 13 volts to achieve that speed and stay in constant current. Now let's take it out of that. If I change the current, you notice that the voltage doesn't change. You can hear the torque change, and you can hear a bit of resonance there. At the maximum speed of our profile, we're actually running that motor at resonance, and if you were to have had a load connected to it, it would desynchronize because of the resonance. Now there's a couple of ways one can mitigate resonance. One is changing the current. They're desynchronized. So we do need to keep it at least 300 milliamps. Also avoid running it at speeds. Now the other thing that avoids resonance is doing micro-stepping. But for that you need a stepper drive that can do micro-stepping, of course. You wouldn't do it with L298. So not warming it up too badly. So we can see it working very nicely. Now that's why steppers are traditionally not used for high speeds. Now the reason for that voltage coming up like that is because of the back EMF from the rotor that's inducing voltage into the stator windings, because it's a permanent magnet rotor. So when this spins, it acts as a generator. It's basically a synchronous motor. So there you can see very nicely why. To control these properly, you need a stepper drive that runs in the current mode. I thought this would be a nice little demonstration, and it certainly demonstrates it very nicely with the power supply over here. Since I bought this thing, I use it a lot. It's incredibly useful. So I think that's going to wrap up our talk on a stepper motor and using a very basic stepper drive, and why it doesn't stop at that. If you're going to do that, you need to feed it with a constant current source. So if you're feeding it off a fixed voltage supply, you're going to have to put a constant current regulator in between to set your motor current, because you can't just bang 12 volts into this. You'd cook both of these. You need to have a constant current source for your motor current. And there we go. Done enough talking. So we are going to wrap this up. Hope you found this useful, ladies and gentlemen. For the rest, take care, have an awesome day further, and I'll see you next time for more awesome stuff. Alrighty, bye.